All right, guys, what's going on? Spencer Clays here. Today, got Logan in the house. Logan is a 20-year-old home service entrepreneur, and Logan's kind of claim to fame is he went 0 to 10K per month in like literally his first month. So we're gonna kind of dive into his story, what he's got going on. Logan, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Spencer. I appreciate your time and the community. It's just great. But yeah,
For sure, yeah. He's been in the group for the last like month or two, and this is one of my favorite parts about just having any sort of group because you can have guys like Logan, like he literally will like sometimes just people will be asking him questions, and it's really cool to see. Like, so Logan, tell me like how about Facebook ads like specifically because we get so many questions about that. Like, what would you say? Like, can you kind of just walk us through like how you started? Like, how was your first like? Oh, I'm gonna just fucking turn these ads on and see what happens. Like, how did that go?
yeah. So it actually, I think the more important part that people need to hear before the Facebook ads is how I got started without the Facebook ads. Because most people, they're sitting at home, they're scared to spend 20, $80 a day on Facebook ads, and they're not at the point yet where they should even be doing Facebook ads because they don't have any money. Um, but it's interesting. When I started, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was 4 months ago. I dropped out of college, had no car, $97 left in my bank account. I remember that specific number. And I was like, bro, this sucks. I was like, how come everyone else is making money, right? I tried all the guru stuff. I tried the marketing, this and that. And, one day I saw some random guy on YouTube. I was like, oh, this guy's window washing. That's pretty cool. And I walked down to my local Lowe's. It was like a 2 mile walk. I didn't have a car. I just walked down there. Last $97, went all in. Looked up some videos on how to like do it all, and do the steel wool trick to get them really good looking. And first day we did $1,500 is how much I personally made. And it was kind of crazy because I was like, damn, no one's hiring me for a sales job. Like I tried getting a sales job, no one even gave me an interview. I'm like, I knew I was good. And then
Yeah.
first day I did that. So I think it's more important that, if you're out there and, you want to get into the home service business, just get started. Like there's nothing holding you back. Go knock some doors. You don't have to be crazy personable. You can just say, hey, I'm window washing. And some people are still going to say yes.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's so funny. That's literally pretty much exactly how I started, and I remember that too. Actually, this is something I haven't really mentioned before, but like I remember specifically because like before I really got into it, but I was like living in a college town, and before I moved and then really started the business. But I remember handing out my application like dozens of times and just not getting anything for like I was trying to be like a server at a restaurant because that's what I had done previously, but like just no one was hiring, and I was like, fuck, like I know I'm a good worker, I know like, but this is ridiculous. I can't get a job like so. But yeah, now it's like just start your own job, you know.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how it works because I mean, look at you, look at me. I mean, we'll get into that late in a little bit here, but I'm pretty lazy. We were just talking about this before we hopped on. It's like I like doing one job a day, two
Yeah.
hours, and then I mean, you said you're getting to the same point where you got a kid, you like to spend time with the family. Do one Christmas job a day, you're making $1,700.
Yeah. Yeah, and then what you'll see once you get guys like now we can just send any and all extra jobs to you can sub them out or get people have employees, but yeah, so we'll be doing a few jobs, and yeah, I personally couple jobs a week or so, and or unless it's getting really busy, but the last couple of days just been home with the kids so and the family, so it's been nice. But so you started with for $1,500, like your first real day. So then take us through like the growth of like starting to just. I mean, now you're 4 months in, so I mean, you're obviously just kind of just you're doing the right stuff. What's kind of your? Do you see any goals with it, or what are you kind of trying to hit? Just kind of cruise for now, because obviously that's still really great, and you can kind of do whatever else you want.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So the way I scaled, I actually didn't even think of Facebook ads at first. So, when I first started my journey, as I told you, like I tried marketing for other companies and stuff. I was like, you know what, this sucks. Like I don't even want to touch this anymore. Um, and I actually just decided to go just door knock every day. So I'd go door knock for 4 or 5 hours a day, which is, if you don't know, it's brutal doing it for
Yeah,
4 or 5 hours a day. Especially, I don't know how it is out there for you, but in PA, it's one of those places where it's lower income unless you're in a very specific area and very low need for window washing. Um, so I'd go around, maybe I had a minimum. I was like, I'm not leaving until I at least do one $300 job. So that was always my minimum every day. But obviously, if I'm spending 5 hours door knocking, there's probably other better stuff
Yeah.
I could have been doing. And then eventually, the second month in, I was like, you know what? I'm good. I know I'm good with marketing. I did a bunch of stuff for a few companies, so I have a little bit of experience with videography and editing and stuff. Just did what you said, set up a tripod, got some videos of me just doing the work, and yeah, I just posted it. And the one thing I realized when it comes to Facebook ads, my second, third, and fourth month in, was it all comes down to copywriting. Like honestly, it's not so much about the creative, it's so much more about the
Yeah.
copywriting. The hook, the scarcity, the beef of it, and then obviously switching between how quick you want it to be and how long form you want it to be. Like you can kind of mess with those two. But yeah, then eventually I just got the hang of it. And I was like, damn. I was like, I'm getting like $20 cost per lead, which isn't bad. And especially for me, I just look at closing rate. I was like, shit, man, I'm spending $20. I'm making 400. I like the sound of this.
Yeah. Yeah, most people don't. Yeah, it's like I love starting out door to door, and I think every man, boy, whatever, will turn you into man, like knocking doors. But at the same time, man, after a month or so, like you got to find something like that actually, you know, you don't have to spend 4 or 5 hours. Cause yeah, I remember I was doing the same thing during COVID. It was just like brutal. Like many, like some days, we go whole days sometimes where you wouldn't get a job, and that sucked. And now it's just like you flip on the ads and just fucking leads come pouring in. Like, and yeah, like you said, copywriting is huge. Like I think I've run some ads recently. I literally just put up like a tiny video of me just hanging lights or whatever, and just good copy, decent copy, not even that great. And it's just like it works. Like it's people are really just overcomplicating. I think most people are just afraid to start. They're just really afraid to spend money. So, for you, especially having not done it, how did you get past that like initial fear? Would like I was thinking like courage is a good word that I remember when I
Yeah.
first started too. But like, what would you say to anyone who's like kind of scared to like spend money or whatnot?
So I think the thing that made me realize, um, I think the biggest realization was you're just gonna be bad at it. It's like
Yeah,
anything, right? You go play soccer, and say it's your first year playing soccer. You're gonna suck, especially if you're playing with all these varsity teams. They're gonna kill you. Same thing with Facebook ads. If you're in a local area that's competitive, and you gotta realize this, everybody's state is different, and your area is different. If you live in a place that's competitive, you're gonna suck at it. You're not gonna get many leads. You're gonna flush money down toilet. So you can do one of two things: invest in a mentorship, right? Learn quicker from other people, or two, just start spending money and just get into it. Um, and that's the quickest way to learn, in my opinion.
yeah, no, 100%. And people like I've talked about this before, but especially it's important for like us guys is you got to shut that like emotional part of yourself off. Like you're like, oh, I'm worried about spending money. Like I can't do this. You just gotta we just switch over into the logical side. Like, okay, I'm spending $20 and I'm making $400 back. Like that is logically like I should be doing that all day long, right? Like some days we'll get up to spending way more on ads, and you just got to be like okay with like okay, we're not flushing $100. We're not even spending $100. This is free. These are like this. I'm just
Mhm.
putting this is an investment into my business because I'm getting freaking 5 times that, 10 times that back. So it's an
Mhm.
investment. It's not even an expense. That's how you kind of got to look at it, I think.
No, I totally agree. And the other thing too is if you're scared, I mean, I don't suggest this for anyone, but once you break past those limiting beliefs that, oh my gosh, is this going to work? And you consistently do it. Like I'm 4 months in now, right? I've only been doing this for 3 months, Facebook ads. But the second month, I was like, okay, I know this is real. Broke those limiting beliefs. I know tomorrow if I want to make money and I go broke, I know exactly how I
Just go
would do
out.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and like, if I had $0 right now in this moment and I had all the knowledge I had now, I'd get a credit card and I would put it on the credit card because I know
Yeah.
that's going to make money. Like, once you get past that, it changes everything. Um,
Yeah, you're building your skills, bro. Like and that skills pay the bills like all day
mhm.
long. Like now you can do it, and like you'll be able to like yeah, if you really needed to, like you can do anything. We got guys who are trying to go to school still. they have jobs or whatever, they take a break, but then you can always go back. You can always make money from it. So if you fucking learn the skill, like, definitely.
No, 100%. And the other thing too is like you can position yourself however you want now. Once you learn Facebook ads and marketing, I mean, you can really position yourself however you want. If you want to keep doing pressure washing or soft washing or roof washing or any of the home services, you can, change from one to another. Um, and you can always go into marketing itself because now you have a testimony. You have
Yeah.
yourself. And you can say, listen, I'm not bullshitting you. Look at my Zelle or whatever, your bank account. I did 10, 20, 30, 40K consistently for 4 months. And then you can say, I can do this for your business too. So
Yeah.
that's another really interesting thing you can do.
That's kind of what I started doing. And like one of my buddies, he wants to do like more business consulting, but he didn't really have a business. So I was like, bro, like fucking just start a home service business, dude. Like I keep saying it, like it's literally like the easiest, best, quickest way to make, $10,000 a month.
Mm.
Past that, you really got to take some like look at yourself. Like, do I want to have 17 employees and 15 trucks on the road and build $1 million home service business? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I certainly don't, and that's totally fine. But I've obviously, I post on YouTube. I got my group and stuff. Want to grow this? I mean, I'm sure Logan, you got some other like goal. I mean, you're actually really good at ads. So like, I know you've had people reach out to you, and so like that's awesome. Like now you're building a skill. You can help other people. Like that's really cool.
No, exactly. And actually, that's how. So, my goal in life is a lot different than other people. I mean, maybe you have a similar goal if you're watching this. And if so, I encourage you to start a home service business because you need experience in marketing. I've always
Yeah,
wanted to have a marketing agency. It's been my lifelong dream because I love marketing. I love teaching people how to brand themselves. And I love this concept of free work wins I came up with, right? I call it FWW. And, a few of the guys in your group was like, hey, like, you're doing good at ads. How can I do the same? The first thing when you're doing like your home service business is it's not about the ad itself. It's about what your page looks like. Like some of these guys, right? You click on their page and
yeah,
it has no reviews and it says it's like
uh,
a picture of them like holding a squeegee. And that's it. And
yeah,
I'm like, bro, you gotta make it really friendly. Like if you look at if any of you guys want to look at it, it's called Family and Friends Home Care. You go on there, it has 20 plus reviews. We have pictures, me myself, not my employees, me myself, with each customer that I've done. And the really cool part about that and the branding behind it, Family and Friends Home Care, is that we're making it a family, right? So whenever someone works with us, it's not transactional, it's more emotional because I'll take a picture with them, I'll give them a little gift, I'll give them, a few coupons, and I'll post them, say, welcome to the family, Janice, and then write what she said about us, what we did for her, and then we'll say, we're so excited that you were able to join this amazing group that we have. See you again next year. And boom, you're cultivating in your community a brand that people want to work with and be with because one, they're a part of it. Two, I do free work for veterans every so often. So that even, it's free work. I'm spending money on it, but it's just my time. But those of you who are out there that are like, oh my gosh, how do I get my first job? Just do free work. Go knock a door, say, hey, I want to clean your windows for free in exchange for a Google review. Because at least that way you get to talk to someone, you get a review, get a picture with them, boom. You're already better than half the people out there who have zero reviews, no pictures, nothing else. Like, it's
yeah. That's
crazy.
brilliant. Really, I remember, yeah, you mentioned that. And I was like, dude, that's honest. This is back to the basics too. Like some people, like even myself, like you get stuck in doing the same shit and like.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I did that earlier this year when I was launching like my roof wash project. I like walked to all my neighbors and was like, hey, you want a free roof clean? Like I'm just gonna, and like you'd be surprised. I mean, obviously you got to get past like the what are you getting out of it, but
Oh,
like.
yeah, yeah.
But I mean, if you're just straight up honest, and this is something that people like don't really get, like you can be honest. Like I feel like the internet is like really like painted people like online as a like all these scammers and stuff, but it's like, dude, you can go up to someone and be like, hey, I've never done this before. I haven't done a roof like this, but I've watched, I've learned it. I'm trying to learn it. Like if I could do it for free, like that's all I want. I just want to gain experience. You can go to people
Mm-hmm.
and like most, I mean, maybe not be like, hey, I've never done a roof before, but in my when I went out, I was like, hey, I've never really done this for clients. I've done this for my dad or whatever. Like, and that's all it takes. Like, you don't got to be an expert. Like, every single person on the fucking planet started with their first job, with their first
Hmm.
pressure wash, with their first roof clean, with their first holiday light job. No one was just born with having skipped those steps, you know?
No, that's completely right. And the other thing, the other limiting belief, guys that want to do roof washing, and I've seen your video, guys. If you haven't seen Spencer's video on, his roof wash setup,
Oh
really
yeah,
basic, really simple. It's
yeah,
fantastic. And some people are still like, well, Spencer, that's going to cost me a lot of money. Bro, it's not that much. And the other thing, too, is like, you got to realize you go do 3 jobs, it's already paid for. Or
yeah.
one job is paid for. So,
I just picked this one up. One of my buddies found it on Facebook Marketplace. It was listed for $100, dude. So
mhm.
the full fucking setup. So I mean, but you can literally use like tools even cheaper. So yeah, there's quite literally no excuse. Yeah, like you mentioned, credit card. That's how I started. I had no money,
Yeah.
so like literally credit card, getting out, and then. So how much were you starting to spend Facebook ads per day? Were you just doing like $20, or now you're going up to
Nah,
like 80?
man.
You said.
I went all in. I mean, whatever I made that day, I'd put back into it, just to learn the game. And I wasn't making that much at first. Like the first 2 weeks, I was still learning. I was like, damn, this picture ad sucks. I'm making no money. What the heck? I just retry something else, and then eventually I came onto your page, and that was the month that I joined, or maybe a little bit after, because I joined my 3rd month in your group, and the first month when I was starting, I just saw your free content and I was like, damn, you can just set up a tripod, it converts well. And then that's when I came to the realization that it's not about the actual video. The video is just background noise. It's about the
Yeah,
copywriting. It's about the way you set up your video. Like for example, I have a video doing really well right now, and it's just same thing, basic me just spraying stuff off, and it's just really good copywriting. It's, hey, the holiday season are coming up, and our spots are vanishing fast. For $4.99, we'll give your house a soft wash, blah blah blah, and then scarcity at that. And it's like
yeah,
it's never been simpler than using that sandwich, and then just really emphasizing scarcity. I mean, I know a lot of your videos. We were talking on the group call Monday or last week or whatever. You don't even need it either. Like it's never been easier.
yeah.
It's really never.
One of my ads, like my wife saw it the other day, and it was on her Instagram stories, but and she's like, there was literally no words. It was just my video, and I was like, she's like, why are there no words? And I was like, what the fuck? Like there are words. Like I have a headline, I have copy, but for some reason the stories format didn't show
Uh,
any of that. So different formats, and I was like, well, fuck. That's weird, but I don't really give a shit because it's getting leads coming in, like it's making money. So, like maybe that's an unconventional method, but we also have like Facebook has spent billions of dollars on AI and their algorithm and stuff. You got to remember that they're trying to get us to spend money, and so like shoot, they've probably run that through their algorithm like 1,500 times, and they know what they're doing. So literally just throwing something out there, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do.
No, exactly, bro. And they know, like, you don't even have to be that good, in my
No,
opinion, to get started with Facebook ads, bro. Facebook does everything for you. The only thing that I would suggest doing is looking up how to make a really good rich creative lead form, which isn't even that hard. It's just getting used to the software and like where everything is. Um, and then I mean, yeah, like you're set. It's it's really never been easier. And what I did, we were talking about scaling a little bit earlier. I'll kind of pick back up on that. When I went from window washing to pressure washing, I almost messed up, and this is where the ads actually saved me because I overspent. I bought, I was building out my rig. I have an $8,000 rig, and I was building out my trailer. Bought a $2,000 trailer. Got all the hose reels and stuff. Not all of them. I only had two at the time with 250 feet each of hose reel. Anyway, I spent like $4,000, and I only had $3,000.
yeah,
And that's the best part about what you do. I mean, I know worst case scenario, if I can't get a Facebook lead, I'll go knock some doors again.
yeah.
Like whatever.
There's money. Like you can write your
Yeah.
own paycheck now. People don't like. It's always funny even now, even to this day. Like all of some of my buddies are like, "Oh, I can't go out today because I don't have my paycheck doesn't come in." I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I remember that used to be a thing where you had to worry about money and like coming in. Like because yeah, not to say
Yeah.
that like life isn't like stressful and you like, oh, it's not all rainbows and beaches. Like there are times when I need to make money. I'm like, shoot, my kid needs to go to the freaking doctor. I got to go make some money. But shit, I know how to do that. So I just call some clients, follow up, and yeah, it's, got to switch that mentality, bro.
Exactly. And the other thing too, I think we should definitely touch on is the use of automation
Oh
in
yeah, yeah.
both
This is
of
a
our
good one.
businesses. This is a really good one. Um,
Logan's been crushing this. Like I've been learning from Logan, so pay attention here. So
Dude,
yeah,
I'll definitely after this I'll have to send you my snapshot, and you can either put it in here or just check it out. Um, but yeah, I'll ask you first. So like, what's your experience so far with getting your automation set up? And like, do you use them that much yet, or are you just starting to?
yeah. No, like this is like the first year I really dove into it, and so yeah. I mean, I'm not the most tech savvy guy, but like, I mean, yeah. We're so for those of you guys who don't know, me and Logan use High Level. So I've kind of rebranded it for home services. Like it's called Exterior Pro, but like basically it allows us to have a full CRM software, whatever. Even you can use it for your website, but for me now too, I have it with website stuff. I have it for like all my funnels now, like all my books, and yeah, whenever people fill out a form on my website, whenever they fill out a Facebook ad, it all goes to the software. So yeah, so I kind of use it as my central hub because then like all my guys can see all the leads and it keeps them more organized. And then we can also schedule jobs there, get payments, and then automate reviews. And I haven't really done too much yet. I feel like I'm only like scratching the surface. I'm sure you've probably got. I mean, you have some pretty good automations with like reviews. I know, and
Mhm.
and follow up too. I know your follow up is killer. I
Oh,
kind of still
yeah.
do it kind of manually. I'll just like go back every like week or two, just like message
hmm
anyone that I think was good. But I need to work on that conversation AI or just
Yeah.
those automations.
Yeah, the thing that I realized, man, is I told you I'm lazy. I like to do, and I think that's what's perfect about my personality is obviously it's not good to be lazy all the time, but it makes me think really hard about my decisions because I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, I want to do the least amount of work. How do I do the least amount of work with making the most amount of money? So one of the it was a no brainer for me. I've used Go High Level for 2 years now for all my other businesses, and I have another one too. I just have like a little volleyball clothing brand. I use it for that too. Um, but yeah, what Spencer was talking about is called Go High Level. It's great. I basically use automations to send a message as soon as the Facebook lead form is submitted. It automatically sends a message, and it exactly says this: "Hey Diane, this is Logan with Family and Friends Home Care. Just saw that you were interested in our house wash special. Just to let you know, our spots are filling up extremely quick. Would you like to book or do you have any questions?" And the perfect part about that is it sets it up perfectly. I mean, if they have questions, they're going to ask it. Comes out friendly while adding scarcity again.
yeah,
So it's just re-putting that back into their brain that, hey, like it's not going to last forever. And then the other cool part is the next part that happens is you get to find out their desires right away. If they're interested, they'll just book it right then and there. They have the questions, boom. So usually they have questions, which is pretty obvious. They'll be like, all right, well, what's the process? What's this and that? And so I actually pre-filled all of that stuff. So whenever they say, hey, what's the process? Boom, auto text. It says, house washing is a process of blah, 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 blah. And that way it saves me, minutes, a lot of time. Um, and it's really nice because then it'll answer that. I'll send an informational video, and I'm actually making a new one, which I don't know. We'll get into this then, but I'm making one where basically in person, I'm doing a shoot for my house wash, and at the house, I'm going to do like a basically just what you should know as a homeowner, what oxidation is, because obviously that's important when you're house washing as well. But yeah, back to that. So yeah, the automation goes through, boom, boom, and then the last part, if they don't respond after a day, it'll follow up with them and say, "Hey, just to let you know, there's only 2 spots left this week. Would really hate for you to miss out on this amazing deal." Because that way, it changes the prerogative, right? It's not like
yeah.
me saying, "Hey, what's going on?" It's me
What the
more
fuck?
so caring for them. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
It's me caring for them because I'm like, hey, I'd really hate for you to miss out on this deal. It's not me saying, hey, what are your thoughts on my offer? Two completely different things.
yeah,
And then if they don't follow up second day, I only reach out one more time and it'll go through it. It'll say, hey, just let you know this is the last day for the deal. and this is just a Hail Mary. I'll say, I know that on our special it said $4.99, but because we do have one spot left for our last day, it's actually only $3.99. Boom.
Yeah.
And the reason I do it all very specifically because I want a different response per each day, according to their actions. Um, but yeah, it's fantastic. And then after that, after the job's done, automatically sends a review request. Usually I'll do it in person too, and I give them a discount. Like I set up my Google business account 3 weeks ago, and we're up to 16 reviews. Um,
Nice.
so it's really nice, and it hasn't been because of the software. I'll be honest. It's because I incentivize it heavily. I'm like,
Yeah.
but yeah, we can get into
Yeah,
that.
you gotta like tell. I mean, no matter what, like you gotta tell people like, hey, we're doing this, or now too. I'll have my guys like oh, like the boss will give me a he gives me extra money, or I can't remember what they say, but like they're incentivized because I do pay them, so then they can kind of use that like, oh, like
Mhm.
can you please give me a review because then my boss will, it's good, and that I feel like that's a cool like little versus like me just reaching out, but yeah, no, that's and that's just like for you too, man. Like, I just we can just go back to that for a sec. Like the pictures you take with your client, like that's amazing, dude.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that's so smart. Like, I mean, I remember I did that. I have a few for sure with my clients. Like, I remember I was holding my client's dog, or the dog was there, and like, yeah, people just love that, and it's just like
Mhm.
social proof. Like, hey, like this guy's normal. Like he's doing jobs. It like the social proof is so important too. I think that might be the second most important part behind like any sort of online marketing is like obviously yeah we need a good offer scarcity, but then people as soon as they click over to your page like is this guy doing jobs, is this guy not a serial killer, like if yeah he has one picture it's like who the fuck is this guy, but if he's got 100 pictures with clients smiling perfect work like all this it's just like oh yeah like obviously it's safe to do, like let's go, so
Yeah, 100%, man. And I mean, people just need to take advantage of it because it's such an untapped market. You look at most businesses, it's transactional, obviously, because you're getting value. You're providing value and you're getting value back in the form of money. So you just have to find a way to provide value that is attached to emotion. And that's exactly what I do. I make everything emotional. I say, I'll do a post. I did one last week. I did 5 veteran homes completely free on me just because
yeah
I wanted to. One, it's really cool. I get to help the community, right? Two, building up the community more. Three, I make connections with other business owners for future events. So when other people want to sponsor me or they want to, help out, build the community even more, I get to do that. And four, it just shows how personable you are. I mean, I genuinely like doing free work. If someone told me, hey, all your expenses are paid for, you don't have to worry about money for the rest of your life, it really makes me happy seeing these people with a clean home. They come outside, they're super grateful, especially they're veterans. They're some of the most grateful people ever. They come outside, oh my gosh, my house has never looked cleaner in my life since 65, and I'm like, oh yeah, man, like, like no, that's
yeah
awesome. So it's just one of those things that feels really good, and there's such a huge opportunity for it. Like people don't understand that there's so many transactional businesses. If you can make it emotional and change that prerogative, like you're gonna make a lot of money.
No, 100%. Like make people feel good, and it's yeah, because that's when I get so many questions, and people will be in the comments like, "Oh, how do I do this? How do I make more money?" It's like I,
Yeah.
and it's just like, bro, sometimes you just gotta okay, how can I serve other people? And it's it sounds kind of cheesy, but like you really got to think that's what we're doing. We're home service. We're servicing other people. We're making other people's day better. Like how can you do that? And so yeah, at its simplest form, starting with free work is the best way. And so especially if you're, I think it's as my buddy Adam who says you can be broke but you can't be lazy or something like that. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
kind of extract like go to you either have time or money. You got to figure out which one to spend. But like if you have time, you use or if you're broke, you usually have time is I think the other thing.
Yeah.
So you got to put that
No,
time to
yeah.
work, man. So especially if you're just starting out.
Dude, I stole that from you too. Now every time anyone asks me, like, some of the guys in the group, they'll text me and they'll be like, "Yo, like," or just anybody, like my friends will ask me, like, "Oh, well, why do you spend money when you could be knocking doors?" I'm like, bro, I'd rather spend money for money than time for money. I mean, time's the ultimate. most valuable thing on this earth.
Yeah.
Like I could die tomorrow. Who knows? So it's really one of those things that it's the most valuable things ever.
No, yeah. And obviously build your skills. That's going to just be a grind no matter what. You're going to spend time. But then after that, it's like at a certain point, you got to look at yourself and your business and YouTube, man. That's really cool. Like you've kind of like, okay, what am I good at? What do I like to do?
Mm.
And then, okay, I'm going to set up all my automations so I don't have to fucking talk to clients at all. If you like, if someone's watching, it's like, oh, I love that. I love calling all my clients personally as soon as they like reach out. Like, good for you, like that.
Mm.
But yeah, same here. Like, I like to just, I kind of don't mind like messaging them but that's something I definitely am looking at like automating here pretty soon. Like because who else was it? They're using like the conversation AI, and
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
booking all their appointments. I can't remember who I talked to.
Oh, I'm
Somebody
pretty sure that was me in the group Monday, right? I was talking about it a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is it
So
booking like all the appointments though now, or like?
So I'm actually working on it. I was messing with it and it was starting to do that. The only problem is I'm still integrating like my price tags with everything.
Yeah, the price.
So I could always get it to once I have the price established, I think that's what I could always do is I could put a tag on them that once they're won, it automatically books them in then. So it'll say, hey, just saw you ready to book, blah, 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 and it'll go into my calendar, whatever. But I'm still working on it.
Yeah, and like one of my buddies, like I mentioned, he just joined and he's doing like handyman stuff, and he's like got like 24 services. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that's so
Holy
many. But even for us, let's say we're only doing like 5 core services, like shit. There's still like, you know, so many different little scenarios. Like there could be like 20 different price points there, so it's kind of hard. That's the only thing I'm like, shoot, I don't want to like give the AI like my full control over like, oh yeah, we can do that for $100 and get out there.
Yeah.
It's like a freaking mansion. But I doubt that would happen. I usually that's where I kind of still take control and like, oh yeah, this would be this much or whatnot. But
No, exactly. And that stuff's hard, especially for your stuff. Like I don't do roof washing really. I know, it's all based on the moss, right? Is that what it's based off of?
yeah, a lot of moss and and so many trees. Like I'm literally just staring at the trees in my backyard. Like they just pour down like needles like every day. So I literally have to clean my own roof like 3 times a year at least. It's
Damn.
covered in needles right now. We had a storm last week, so
Damn.
it's a lot.
3 times a week is crazy.
Or,
a
3 times
year.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
my fault.
Oh, you're good.
No, but yeah, dude.
Nah, but yeah, any service, bro. Like, so you're doing mostly soft washes for houses and window cleaning and such. Now, obviously, Christmas.
I barely even do window cleaning. It's all house washing.
Yeah.
And then I just got my videographer out, and we just shot my first Christmas light install, and that went. I just did my grandma's house for free.
Nice.
Before I have bookings, but I wanted to see like what it would be like to actually do it. It definitely opened my mind because she has a really easy house, and it was still like kind of annoying to set up. So I'm like, damn, some of the houses I said yes to.
I mean, for your first job, bro. It's gonna mind bend you a little bit, but after that, dude, it's not that hard. Once you have the good lights, like, shoot, you can do anything. You can just move them together. Like even I have the lights here. You could change the colors, change them out, anything. So it's cool.
No, I'm super pumped to get into all that. But another thing I want to get into, I don't know your experience with this, but have you ever used like a videographer to get into any of your stuff?
Yeah, I had one of my buddies a couple times, a couple years ago, and nowadays I'll just if I need my wife or one of my workers to just hold the camera, we'll do that for making some videos. But I did hire one of my buddies to like do the full drone shot, like a professional video, and that was pretty cool for sure. But that's awesome. You had them go out there for Christmas lights and such. So you probably gonna run that as an ad?
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. It came out so well. Oh my goodness, my guy. I have this guy. He's a really close friend of mine. Went to college with, and I remember actually when I was first starting the Facebook ads, I was just doing the tripod one, and eventually I ran out of clips because I was kind of dumb. I just like recorded one video and that was it. But I had my buddy out. I was like, hey man, I'll give you like X amount. Like just tell me your price. I'll have you out. The content that he got me, I spent $300 having him out. I made over $15,000 with that content. Actually, might be close to 20 or 25 with all that. And it pays off so well. I highly suggest getting professional videography done once you get to the point because it pays 20, 30 fold. Like he came out again for the Christmas lights. Just looking at the videography, I know it's going to make at least 20 to 30 this season.
Yeah.
Um, just because it's so good. I know I'm good enough at editing, and the copywriting will be great, or at least good enough that it'll all come together. But yeah, if you're at the point, guys, where you're getting money, you're making jobs, spend that $300 to $1,000, get a bunch of clips, have them out for the whole day, do each one of your services, and what I would do is go make a how-to video. So like make a video, explain to your customers what you're doing, so that every time you finish or get a job, you can just automatically send it to them, and it'll explain the whole process. And then another thing is it gets clips for you to actually use for Facebook advertising, especially if you're in a really competitive area. Comes off really good. Comes off really good
Yeah.
on you. You either have to be really professional or really personable. That's how you're going to get an edge with Facebook advertising.
I like that. Yeah, I've been doing a lot more recently. Literally just sending them, spamming them like not like once they're obviously interested. Like we're talking about like, oh, here's literally the last like 5 jobs we did. It's just like boom, boom, boom. It's just like it's hard to deny that sort of like, yeah, like you said, personal and professional. But yeah, you can. I like that a lot.
No, 100%, 100%, man. And getting back into, I want to get back into this real quick, but yeah, I'm at the point now. I'm really glad I learned all this because I'm gonna be honest, I don't enjoy pressure washing at all. Not one bone in my body. No, let's be honest, not a lot of people do. It's a job. Like you look at me and it's a job. Like sure, you're working 2, 3, maybe even sometimes 8 hours a day, but it's still a job. You gotta wake up every day, get ready, drive there, do it, blah blah blah. I gotta care for my trailer. I don't really want to do all this. But now I'm at the point now where, 2 of the guys in the group, they were just asking me about Facebook ads. And I was like, you know what? I'll just one-on-one help them get their automations up. I'll help them do this. And again, we're talking about limiting beliefs. I broke those limiting beliefs because I helped them with the Facebook ads. The one guy, Pablo, he made I, I helped him
Yeah,
with one of his ads. He booked 5K in 1 week with one of the ads I helped him with. And before
bro.
that, he was getting like nothing. Or he even said he was like, Logan, I need help. Like, it's not working well. And then the other guy, Braden, who's 16, who just joined, he even have been talking a lot. And he was just, hey, get my first Facebook ads up. How can I do this, this, and this? I said, all right, this is what you want to do. This is the copyright and blah, blah, blah. And, like I said, I play video games 6 hours a day now. So I was
Yeah,
like, whatever, I'll help him. But yeah, he spent $8. Dude, he was getting better CPL than me. He was getting $8 cost per lead, booking $500 jobs. I'm
yeah,
like, damn. So now I'm at the point where I can position myself. I'd really like to do done for you advertising for pressure washing businesses.
yeah.
Um,
There's a
just because
huge
I
need for
love
that. If you're good at
ex-
it, there's a huge need for sure.
exactly. And now I have testimonies. So when I walk people through it, I have me, 2 other people. I can just be like, look, this is what I did. Um, and I just, like I said, I want to live in Thailand, man. And cost per living over there is so cheap, dude. Like you can live $500 a month, nice, really nice apartment, like skyline view, skyline pool, bro. Like it's dope.
Yeah,
So
dude. Get some fucking clients, man. Like, I mean, that's literally kind of my goal too. And it's kind of funny. I tweeted this the other day because, like, I don't know if you guys probably know like Cody Sanchez. Like, she's
yeah,
like the business, and I love all her stuff. Like, she's great. But then she tweeted something. It was like, I don't dream of building the next Apple. I dream of owning a painting business. Like,
mhm.
there's so much money in these industries, blah blah. And I was like, come on, like that's kind of said by someone who's never actually like run like a home service business. Like you've never,
Yeah,
I guarantee you anyone who runs a painting business is not waking up dreaming of like, oh, I
yeah,
want to start another painting business. Like this is amazing. Like, yeah, you're right, it's a fucking job. I get up, I'm like on a roof, it's cold, it's wet now, it's freaking almost November. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, no, I don't want to do this forever. But I mean, obviously now I've kind of gone the route. Like I got, we just added another guy. So we got like 4 guys now. So I don't have to do everything. Like you either got to
mhm,
build systems to do your shit for you, or you got to build people, like outsource it. So, or you can just, yeah, like you did just mention, like you can get the skill and then boom, now you can do it for other people. You can do that from anywhere in the world. Like, dude, that's
exactly.
100% great,
And,
great plan for sure.
and the cool part is, I really like this. It's I can't stress this enough, guys. If you're listening to this, you're this far in. That means you're really dedicated to learning this. It's never been easier to make 10K per month. It
Yeah.
really has never been easier. Like it's so easy because everyone's getting lazier. Everyone wants convenience. No one's going to be up on their roof. No one's going to be house washing because people are so lazy and they have the money. They'd rather say, "Okay, toss you $600. Who cares?" So, if you're this far in the video, I want you to just take an actionable and just get started tomorrow. And I don't care whether that means I don't want that to mean you making your logo, you doing the basics. I want you to go land a job and just get it done. Learn how to do it on YouTube. Look up window washing how to. You're gonna want some 400 grade steel wool, a squeegee, a pole, and a ladder. And I want you to get started and just go do it tomorrow because it's never been easier. If you take that first step and you just go do it, you're going to make 10K a month. It's never been easier to do it. And I mean, it's just crazy to think about. There's people, struggling to get jobs like me and you, right? We were at that point where we were struggling to get jobs, no money. And, now you're very successful with your home service business. And now it's like money doesn't matter. I see your golf swings looking a little bit better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's guys, just get started. It'll change your life. It really will. And it'll fix a lot of things. Like I was at the point, I'll get a little bit personable. I had really bad relationship with my family because I dropped out of college. I was doing my own thing. No one really believed in me because I didn't really have anything to show for it. But I got started in the home service business, changed all that. And now my family's really proud of me because I'm helping my community, building up my community, making money. I'm able to provide for my mom in the future and whatnot. And that's what means a lot to me. So yeah, you guys just need to get started, man. It's never been easier.
Yes, sir. Well, you guys heard the man. That's a pretty good spot to kind of tie it all together, dude. Like that's some good shit that I feel like people really just need to hear, and especially like I can beat the dead horse all day long, but like from someone like you, young guy coming on, like it's like, dude, like you are quite literally just you just got after it, man. There's just no other way. There's no hack. There's no secret. It's just like you just fucking did it and started it. And if you can't, if someone else is watching this and they can't figure out, they can't take a few gems from this convo, then I don't know, man. So,
No,
but
exactly.
Logan, is there anything else you would tell anyone like on the fence, or is that kind of everything? Or
No, if you're on the fence, I highly suggest this, especially if if you have those limiting beliefs in yourself. You need to find a mentor. And Spencer has a great course, great community where you'll even find me in there. So if you want to talk to me or him one on one, you can talk to either of us in there. Great value. I think it's around $149 a month, but you're also getting SEO. You're getting your website. You're getting a bunch of stuff done for you. Don't take my word for all that. I know these specific tiers for each stuff. Um,
yeah, we got a few different tiers, but
but
whatever
yeah,
people are looking for, yeah.
exactly. And if you are scared to invest, $500 into Facebook ads, invest $200 into a course and get ready to spend the other $300 because you're going to learn so much just inside a course with a group of people like me, Spencer, and a lot of other business guys that are doing multi figures in the group. Um, there's never been something more valuable than that. And Spencer's a really, upfront, honest dude. If you've been watching his YouTube for a while, he's really personable, really good guy. So I highly suggest just getting in there, just getting started, join his group. I'll be there, he'll be there. Boom, get started.
Sweet, man. I appreciate it. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you guys want to check out Logan, any of his stuff, I'm sure. Well, you got to have a YouTube coming out soon, man, or something.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Do you mind if I plug it?
Oh yeah, obviously, of course.
Okay, so if you guys want to reach me at all, it's just the Logan Reber, Reber on Instagram. Same thing for YouTube and
I'll link it
everything.
down below too. So
But I appreciate that. And if you guys want literally just free help, like I just want to help people. And eventually, I'm not going to hide my goals. I'd love to get into, coaching, advertising, all that stuff, kind of like where Spencer's at. I'm not going to hide that from you. I'm not a BSer. So if you ever want something like that, I'm helping people completely for free until I get to that point. So,
yes,
yeah, thank you, Spencer, for having me on, man. It's been great. And yeah, man.
all right, sounds good.